Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to A House of Many Doors. Last episode, among other things, we got a second gun for our Kinetopede. Also, we were attacked by skeletal wolves, and bandits, and other horrible things, and there was a lot of chattering with crew, so, it was a busy day. So I think we need to visit our dwellings before we go out and find new, fun things to be terrorized by. And we actually have quite a few things to do here. An invitation to 151 Withering Street. The letter is brief and unsigned. You have information that is of interest, it claims. We will buy it from you. I'm curious. Withering Street is a tranquil row of middle-class homes, narrow leafy gardens, and ornamental gnomes. 151 looks just as cheery as all its neighbors. Your knock at the door is answered by a small man in an ill-fitting suit. He has a craggy face, unkempt stubble, alarmingly blue eyes. I am a governor's man, he explains without preamble, ushering you inside. Sit down. Talk. The inside of the house is devoid of furniture except for a single velvet armchair into which the governor's man reclines. He looks up at you and smiles quizzically, hands folded in his lap. Interesting. I can sell... Okay, I can sell basically information to this guy. I see. Well, let's sell a scrap of scandalous gossip. The governor's man listens with half-closed eyes. He does not write anything down. You have, as always, been most helpful. Does this smile turn genuine? Just for a second. We have more information we could sell him. We could sell your unsettling conjecture. All just guesswork and inference, of course. But the governor's man taps his pen against his teeth and gestures you to continue. Intriguing. I'm seeing a lot of information. Well, we could sell our glimpse of another world. I could use more money. Oh, why not? The governor's man does not write, but listens, his face hardened by longing. And we leave. Okay, so we sell certain information to 151 Withering Street. That's fair enough. And what's this about a fetch mirror? It's a vital piece of equipment for this serious intercellular explorer, and sets you back a pretty penny. Can't believe you left it here. You pick up your fetch mirror, wearing gloves of course, and take it back to the cargo hold. This should come in useful if you need to get somewhere in a hurry. Very useful indeed. You can pick up another from Dr. Grindylow should you need it. And if I knew what those did, that might mean something to me. But I don't. So, doesn't. Ew. Could write poems. I mean, why not? A sudden flash of feverish inspiration. Damnation, where's your pen? Oh. Oh, so we get... Okay. A flood of words. You sit at your desk and strive furiously to compose yourself before you can compose anything else. Your pen shakes in excitement. Images flicker through your mind. Patterns, echoes, reflections. Write a transcendent ballad. Kaleidoscopic. Disordered. A poem of refraction and sparking eyes. You set your pen down. Exhausted, unsure of how much time has passed. Your transcendent ballad is titled A Song to the Departing of the Warriors. You've written a lyric poem. The poem is 174 lines long, split into 8 stanzas. An extract. In a dream I saw a snare, broken and bestowed. The sister of regret and damaged keys, as fey as your sister, and as your mentor owed. This grotesque snare in a desert unfree. Ooh, I gained more apprehensions. And a distinction. I am now a poet, apparently. The flow in ebb. After days of fevered intensity, the poetic fervor has left you. Your room is a pigsty. And then, what's this letter from an old colleague at Pauper's College? Ambrose Monsoon, professor of assorted esoterica, grandiloquent, and provocative in his youth, though you thought he'd settled down. Grandiloquent. So, I said grand delinquent, which might not be far from the truth here. But, yes, dearest Brian Bright, With you off embarking on your intercellular adventures, a thought occurs. Do you remember those long nights we spent in our youth, lamenting the college's pitiful lack of a public museum? On your travels, you are sure to come across many strange and valuable artifacts. You couldn't merely sell them off to the highest bidder, of course, but you must recognize the profound blow that would inflict to academia. Whoops. We have a unique opportunity. With or without the college's blessings, we could make your findings into a collection, and found a museum of our own. Perhaps foolishly, I've already leased a building on Broad Street. If you're on board with this venture, come and see me there so we may discuss our plans. Oh, and for a name, I was thinking the Brian Bright Memorial Museum of Unnatural Curiosity. Not that you're dead yet, of course, but one day you will be, and then the name will make sense. With the kindest regards, Professor Ambrose Monsoon. Thanks? Put the letter to one side. Perhaps you'll pay Professor Monsoon a visit. Oh my, things to do here. Entertain a guest with such a lovely home, it would be a shame to isolate oneself. Is this a lovely home? You rent a poky little one-room apartment above a dingy tavern on Grief Street. You've learned to sleep through the singing and fighting of the patrons. Oh yes, let's bring some friends over here. Oh, I can bring my crew. An evening of food, wine, and carefree conversation can turn an acquaintance into a friend. You know what, why not Sandy Brackett? I mean, she is an alcoholic, but it might be fine. She passes through your house like a miniature hurricane, picking up everything in her path, turning it over, commenting on it, putting it back somewhere else. Did I tell you about my friend Amanda? She has a mansion much bigger than this. I saved her from a life of slavery, but the story is very boring, really. Oops, sorry, that can be replaced, I'm sure. At a very late hour, and after consuming vast amounts of your wine, you gently push Sandy out into the street. She's still chatting to you merrily, even as she totters out of earshot. The fog swallows her. Well then. I suppose this makes sense. Rest and recover. The darkness has been getting to all of you. Your crew want a few days to blow off steam. They deserve it. And what are... I feel like I'm spending a limited number of days. You trawl the taverns, drinking to old times and lost friends and lessons learned. When you finally collapse into bed, your sleep is peaceful and untroubled by nightmares. You feel better already. One night of humanity and warmth makes a world of difference. But what about this, memorial museum? Professor Ambrose Monsoon has extended a proposal. You should visit him and see if he's serious about this museum business. The building on Broad Street is not quite the large marbled edifice you may have hoped, but nor is it some eccentric fellow's basement, as you feared. It's a grand old mansion, shutter-windowed and cobwebbed and expansive. How did a mere pauper's college professor afford this? A crippling debt or an aristocratic background, or perhaps both? There you are. Professor Ambrose Monsoon himself bursts from the mansion's porch and hurries towards you, velvet coat-tails flapping behind him. He's a short, stocky man, buoyed with so much exuberance that he seems to occupy more space than he actually does. A taller, gaunter figure trails behind him. She's black-haired, black-gloved, black-lipped. Shake the professor's hand. He doesn't give you much choice. His smile is so toothy it's hypnotic. What of your friend? Meet Professor Elga Pute, says Ambrose, gesturing at the pallid woman behind him. She's expressed interest in joining us in this venture, and frankly we need all the help we can get. Say hello, Elga. Elga turns her heavy-lidded eyes to you. I have the privilege to be a professor of theoretical ghost torment, she says. The ghosts cannot stop whispering your name of late, Brian Bright. Charmed to meet you. Yes. Ambrose coughs and runs his hand through his floppy blonde hair. Shall I show you around? It's rather empty right now, of course, but that will soon change. Yeah, what kind of exhibits will you need from me? Whatever you think is interesting, says Ambrose excitedly. Anything that has historical value or is of unusual beauty. May I suggest a little gruesomeness would not go amiss, says Elga coolly, examining her black lacquered fingernails. The general public adore the bizarre and macabre. Ambrose coughs. Well, I'm not sure we want to be that kind of museum, he says. When do we open? As soon as we have enough exhibits to attract a crowd, says Ambrose. And, well, we have to pass a government inspection, too. The governor's men are always leery of anything that involves educating the public, especially when it comes to other worlds or unsanctioned gods, says Elga. We must be careful to avoid those subjects, or the entire venture could be shut down. And then the debt collectors would come knocking. Ambrose gulps audibly. Ah, I see. Look around. The mansion is vast and creaking, and in places afflicted by damp, but with a lick of paint it could make an impressive museum indeed. Ambrose has already cleared out all the furniture and filled the place with blank plaques and empty plinths. Bring me anything of interest, anything at all, he says, pulling out a colorful handkerchief and rubbing furiously at a patch of mold. When we have enough exhibits and the place is up and running, you'll get the lion's shares of the profits. Interesting. And do be mindful of what you give us, says Elga before you leave. She smiles oddly. The stranger the exhibits, the stranger the museum. Okay. Interesting. You wander through the museum's dusty halls, just blank plaques and empty plinths. The museum is 0% complete. Well, what do you have for us this time, asks Ambrose, hurrying towards you and fussing slyly with his hair. Helga follows like a somber shadow. A cryptoglyphic tablet sounds vaguely interesting. A single cryptoglyphic tablet is displayed behind glass. Its runes writhe under your gaze as if embarrassed. Will it pass its government inspection? Okay. A historical curio. Let's see what we got. There's one historical curio on display, a gorgeous antique protected by glass. 8% already. Okay. Out of curiosity, this bizarre effigy. There's just one bizarre effigy looming in the atrium, its terrible stone face greeting visitors. And they still like it. What's your opinion of the museum so far? It's only 10% complete. From an academic perspective, most of the exhibits are fairly dull, admits Ambrose. Nothing we've not seen before, nothing to part the veil of history. Unfortunately, the exhibits themselves are mostly hideous, he says with a distaste. With great disappointment, Helga declares the museum a little boring. Fair enough. How about a pile of old bones? There. You know what? More old bones. Very well. I'm not actually sure what I'm doing with that museum, but we'll see what happens in the future. For now, we have to get to elsewhere. Somewhere else. Not really particular about where else, though. Oh. Oh, as long as I visited already. Well, I don't feel like going back. Yeah, I don't really feel like going back to the City of Engines yet. What's relatively nearby? Oh my, no. Well, let's head towards having Sandy give us a meal. Why not? East. The strange realms of the Principate. Ooh, the place that stole the City of Glass, and then was forced to return it. Interesting. We could dream of trees again. Perhaps not yet. Anybody else have anything to say? No? Good. Oh, I do wish I'd actually paid attention and found out what all these stats do. My own foolishness. Have to look it up later. And, see, the bats didn't bother me this time. It's all good. It's all fine, we're just gonna go to this cottage. Everything will be just wonderful. Yes, enter the cottage, occultist paraphernalia, blah blah blah. Simple stuff. A lot further east than I expected it to be, but we'll keep going. Oh wait, we're unhinged. Oh, that might be a problem. Yeah, okay. Fuel is used to keep the Kinetopede running. Did you know that? Yes. As a matter of fact, I did. There was a flash of light there. Right here. On the eastern door where I'm headed. Not feeling confident about that. Not feeling confident at all. Worrisome. You know, I don't think the rooms are quite unique enough. At least for my taste. Hello. Apparitions. Specters hang at the edge of your vision. When you try to catch sight of them, they withdraw like morning mist. You're left with a vague impression of a face that you recognized, and sweat pricking beneath your clothes. You must be careful. Yeah, maybe I should have let my guys rest. Huh. Oh? Strange glowing vapors trail in your wake. Now, is that gonna be... Because we saw that ball of light, right? Is this a sign that that is coming closer to us? Because that'd be a disastrous one. Ah! We got a victim here. Hi, friend. I have 2 guns, and that means I can probably kill you. Hopefully. And then you do the same. And we'll just leave it be. Oh yes, a little bit more distance would be nice. Wunderbar. Admittedly, that's not so good. So yes, let's see what that does to you. Oh! Oh, I see, that gives me the distance. I see what we're doing and how we're doing it. So, if I target these... And this tells me, basically, the time it takes for the shot to hit. I see, he said... There we go, that's a miss. Unfortunately, you can't do anything to stop me at this point. Game over, I win my first combat. Technically, I won every combat because I didn't actually stick around to die, so... Yep. Victorious, your artillery tears the enemy Kinetopede to ribbons. Plumes of ash and smoke stretch to the ceiling. Time to see if there's anything left to salvage. Is there? You pick among the blackened remains. Surely something has survived. Success, you haul from the wreckage a battered safe and call for a crowbar. Prying it open, you find an undamaged cache of 62 guineas. Tibble approaches you after the battle. The wreckage of the enemy vehicle sprawls before you like the guts of some disemboweled iron god. Tibble approaches you with 2 wide eyes, clutching his helmet with shaking hands. That was horrible, he whispers. I never... He pauses, then holds his helmet up to his face like a bucket and is violently sick into it. Oh yes, distance. I'm aware of that. You have something to say, Tibble. He's gangly and nervous and uncomfortable in his own skin. Yes, we're aware of these things. Yes, Tibble knocks on your door with his hat in his hands. Hopefully he's been clean since you last spoke with him. I'm sorry about earlier, he says, putting the helmet slowly back on his head. Never been in a real fight before, never seen people, well, you know, die. He shudders. Might not be cut out for this job. But I'm here now, aren't I? Wonder if you could give me a second chance. Why'd you become a guard captain in the first place? No reason, just wanted to. Tibble looks everywhere except your eyes. My father doesn't know where I am. He'll have sent his men out here looking for me, probably. We'll be nice to the guy. It'll take some... It will take some time to learn the ropes. No need to make him more anxious than he already is. Thank you. Tibble sniffs and wipes his eyes roughly with the heel of his hand. That's better than I deserve. Thank you. For a moment, he struggles with himself, then he seems to make a decision. He gets down on one knee, draws his saber, and places it at your feet. I swear to you, on all the sanctioned, that I'll lay down my life for you if I have to. Accept his oath. This is as it should be. Stands up, sheathing the sword with a smile. I won't let you down. Heir apparent, you say? Does he know anything about the City of Glass? This will be a dangerous search, says Tibble. Hundreds of people died trying to find the City of Glass. It can't be done. Leave him to his duties. I possibly should speak to everybody else, but there's this scorpion that is trying to attack me now. A shade core scorpiopede. It glides towards you, sleek and deadly, flying the black apple flag of the Shade Corps enforcers. These soldiers belong to one of the most feared mercenary guilds in the house. They mostly work for the consortium, breaking the knees or skulls of debtors and ruthlessly... Oh dear, ruthlessly exterminating bandits foolish enough to ambush a protected Kinetopede. Why would they come after you? Your radio coughs into life. Brian Bright, says the crackling voice. Took a lot of work to track you down. Hand over Tibble. His father wants him back. Call up Tibble from the mess hall. Trouble, Captain. Tibble attempts to swing his rifle into his hands, but the strap knocks off his helmet and gets caught in his hair. When you explain the situation to him, he turns pale. My father's come for me? Oh no, no. Oh gods, he falls against the wall and slides to the floor, his face in his hands. Don't let them take me back. He begs. My father will be so angry he'll put me in the thin place again. Turn and leave. They're bluffing. They daren't risk harming Tibble himself. Oh dear. You order your pilot to turn the Kinetopede around and retreat. Banking on the fact that the Shade Corps enforcers wouldn't risk blowing up their boss's son, turns out you're right. The whiz of a grappling gun, followed by a series of thuds on the roof below. Heavy boots clattering over your hull, heading to the doors. The enforcers didn't come here for an exchange of missiles, they came here for careful extraction. Well, personally organize your crew to fight off the borders or send Tibble. We'll send Tibble, I guess? Oh dear. Tibble just sits in the corner and cowers. You move to order the crew in place yourself, but it's too late. The sound of a buzzsaw screaming against metal, your door falls away, and the black-armored enforcers come roaring in like a dark tide, rifles cracking, faces hidden behind visors. One of them steps back, takes a moment to judge, pulls what looks like a rune-covered iron box amongst your crew. It clicks open and a torrent of shrieking ghosts pours out, flooding you in mist and unnatural terror, ungodly cold, so ungodly cold. I mean, it's been good to me so far. Rally the crew. That worked, kind of. You shake off the tendrils of ice that are clutching your mind, and roar to your crew to get in position. The enforcers are met with a circle of spitting rifles, flashes in the fog, vague shapes struggling. When the ghost fog clears, all the Shade Corps enforcers are dead. So is Nameless, your guard, his chest soaked in blood. Tibble is nowhere to be seen. Your crew are busy hurling the corpses out into the darkness. He's right here. Huh. So now the poor guy's terrified. As are all of us. Oh, and now there's sounds in the darkness. Great. So, think we might have a few problems. God, I hope I can still go easterly. It's possible this all might have been a bad idea. A ruined fountain, a mildewy fountain from another world. A chubby statue stands in the center with an upturned jug, gazing at you moronically. The water at the base of the fountain is still crystal clear. Take more risks. Gaze into the pure water. There's something hypnotic about your reflection. Your reflection shimmers, splinters. It reforms as a grinning skeleton with a blood-dripping heart, stuffed crudely into its left eye socket. You fall back, startled. A sense of foreboding. Scuttle off. Oh dear. So I'm thinking we go a little bit southerly, perhaps? Oh hey, everything's worse all of a sudden. Great. I'm not even going to bother with that event. I just want to get to a city. Any city will do. Any city will do. And that clicking, it would be nice if it stopped. I understand that it won't. Oh god, no. Okay. Okay, can't be too many rooms further. We're just gonna go south. Hopefully. If there's a south to go to. Pallid figures have been following us for hours. Cool. Everything's going fine. This is but a minor roadblock to our eventual discovery of a way out of the house. It's all fine. Ignore the cottage, or whatever that is. Just get me out of here. Go. Go, go, go. I'm sorry I complained about the design of the rooms. Oh, and now they're singing. Am I at the right... I still need to go south one. Okay, that's fine. South one and then east as far as we can go. Oh. A collapsed library. Nope, scuttle off. Don't want nothing to do with any of that nonsense. Just want to make it east. Just a few more rooms. Just a few more, then we can have lunch, and we can also rest, because, my god, things are not going well. Well, actually, they're going relatively well. They're going passably okay. Everything is going just fine. Relatively just fine. Come on, little Kinetopede. Go! 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 Yeah, strange glowing vapors, not worried about that. Probably. Probably wasn't anything important, hopefully. Even if the crew is delirious. Also, our fuel is lasting way too long. At least it feels like it's lasting way too long. Of course, I don't have a very good engine at this point. Oh well, not to worry about that. Actually, do I have any guards now? I have no guards anymore. Well... Problems. Okay. Well, do you want to just, not be near me, please? Thank you. Like, part of me wants to dive in and find out what those things are, but part of me also wants to survive. I'm torn between the two. Okay, good. We're near a city. Almost there. Founder's Fire. Oh, wonderful. Ooh. New music. Founder's Fire, the capital city of the sixfold principate. And we will be exploring it next episode. For now, thank you for your time. And if the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below, use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon.